Ever since the Falcons blew that 28-3 lead during the Super Bowl, they have never even come close to reaching that pedigree again. So here they are. They have the number 4 overall pick. It looks like they're stuck with Matt Ryan. They're stuck paying a bunch of money to a bunch of players. Where do they go from here? That is the question I'm going to try to answer today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. After a 4-12 season, here they are, the number 4 overall pick. They still have Matt Ryan. They still have Julio. They still have their veterans, but they do have a new head coach and a new GM. So I'm going to talk about the many different routes and scenarios the Falcons could do with that 4th overall pick specifically, and where I think they should go during the draft. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is the thing that I see a lot of people saying, and that is they should draft a quarterback, and I think that is fucking stupid, and this is why. The Falcons still ranked 5th in passing offense last season. Matt Ryan is not the issue with this team. If they want to win games and be successful, you do not draft a backup quarterback, as Matt Ryan is under contract until the 2023 season. He is under contract for 3 more years. You're not going to draft a quarterback and have him sit for 3 years. That never happens. It is so rare that a QB even sits behind on the starting QB for 1 season. It is so rare. He's not sitting behind Matt Ryan for 2 to 3 years. It's simply not happening. And then also, they would be getting the 4th QB on the board. Because, shit, the Jags are taking Trevor Lawrence. The Jets are either taking Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, and the Niners are picking just whoever. I don't know who, to be honest. There are 5 QBs they could take. So I do think that the top 3 picks are guaranteed to be quarterbacks. Why would the Falcons get the 4th option, especially when we've seen during the last few drafts that these are not all franchise guys? Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, both traded. Sam Darnold traded. Just because you have a high pick and you pick a quarterback does not mean it's going to work out. Prime example being Josh Rosen, which that was kind of mean. Josh Rosen's had the most unlucky career yet. But beyond that, the point is the Falcons should not go quarterback, not because they should abandon their future and go win now. No. It's because he would have to sit for 2 to 3 years, and they're not even getting their guy, because there's a very good chance that their guy is going to go at either 1, 2, or 3. So the Falcons picking a QB makes no sense. And then sticking with the offense, because I don't think they should go offense, by the way, but sticking with the offense, another scenario I've seen thrown out there is that they should go Kyle Pitts. And this, to me, is probably... It's not a dumb pick because Kyle Pitts is a fucking monster, and adding Kyle Pitts, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley, that would be phenomenal. Do not get me wrong, that would be great, but I don't think it would be the right pick because the passing offense is not the problem with that team. Just because you add another piece to the passing offense, that just doesn't mean the passing defense is going to get any better, because their passing defense was dead last in the league last year. And then just because you add Kyle Pitts, the rushing offense is not going to get better. So I don't think Kyle Pitts is the right move. I also don't think it's the wrong move. If they go Pitts, I wouldn't dog them for it, but I'm not going to be like, woo, you got... I don't know. It's just not a great move to me. Then the last offensive guy they could go with, in my opinion, is definitely tackle Penei Sewell. This would be the best pick if they go offense, which once again, I'm going to say it again, I don't think that they should. But if they do decide to go offense, I think Penei Sewell is definitely their best bet. Your offensive line was subpar last year. You're getting the best tackle in this draft class. And then also, whenever Matt Ryan does eventually get replaced, maybe in 2 years, Penei Sewell will be ready to go. That's a left tackle off the gate for whoever their next franchise quarterback is. He helps you win now, plus he also helps the future. So I mean, I do think Penei Sewell would be the best offensive pick here, but I still don't think it's the right pick. Let's move on to the defense. Where should they go here? They could reach heavily for a Patrick Surtain, which I've seen a few mock drafts have him doing. They could reach heavily for Micah Parsons, but there have been character issues there. But they should 100% pick defense here. They don't need rush defense help. They ranked 7th in rush defense last year, which I honestly did not know until I started doing the little bit of research that I do for these videos. So I was very surprised to see they had a very good rush defense last year. It's definitely their secondary that needs that help, though. One, they lost Keanu Neal, and two, they were already dead last in the league. So they should 100% go corner here, and even with their second-round pick, you should probably pick one of the best safeties in this draft class, because there probably won't be one going until the late first round. So I definitely do think with this draft, just bolster the secondary. 100% bolster it. But, as I previously said, you would be reaching if you pick Patrick Surtain or even J.C. Horn or Caleb Farley or whoever your favorite cornerback is of this draft class. You would be reaching heavily. So let's finally, after 6 minutes, get to what I want them to do desperately, which a lot of people are saying they should do. Trade down. You should 1,000,000% trade down. You should trade down if the Broncos aren't sold on Drew Lock and they get word that their guy might be there at 4. Boom. The Broncos trade up. You trade down with the Broncos. Let's just say the Patriots. I don't think it'll happen, but there have been some rumors that the Patriots might trade up to 4. Maybe. I could maybe see it, maybe, I don't know. But you could trade down from 4 to 15. That would be too big of a drop for my liking, but you would get a plethora of picks with that. You do not trade up 11 spots to get a quarterback without giving up a plethora of picks. So I do think the Falcons trading down there, it's a little sketchy because they don't get the cornerback of their choice, but I think it would eventually work out with the value that you would get. But 100% trade down. The Panthers won't trade up because they got Darnold. A quick plug, the Panthers video is doing really well. Go fucking watch that. And yeah, the Falcons are in a spot where they do need to trade down. They already have 9 draft picks in the 2021 draft. They already have 9. Which is a lot of fucking draft picks. So they can bolster up their offense and defense at the same time this draft class. Why not get more for next draft? Because let's face the facts. You're not winning a Super Bowl. You are trying to win games, but you're not going very far. And you have to walk this limbo of the fact that Matt Ryan still has 2-3 years left on his contract, and then you cannot really draft a quarterback now because that would be a fucking disaster. So I do think they have to walk this weird limbo that they put themselves in. And it's definitely a weird spot for a new head coach and GM to be just dropped into, but you should 100% trade down and just get draft picks. Get absolutely loaded. If it's the Broncos that trade up, good for them. If it's the Patriots that trade up, maybe the Vikings trade up if they don't want to keep Kirk Cousins. Well, I guess the Falcons wouldn't take on Kirk Cousins. I don't really know. But 100%. 1,000,000% trade down and pick Patrick Surtain, Caleb Farley, J.C. Horn, whoever you want at cornerback. You could also pick Micah Parsons to hopefully be a leader of that defense. But on the other hand, there's a new regime there. Do you want your first draft pick to be a guy with reported character issues? I don't know. The Falcons are in a very strange spot. So they should definitely, during this draft, work on their rushing offense. I know they brought in Mike Davis. Then I do love that pickup, especially that was a bargain for like $2.75 million per year. They should work on their rushing offense, a little bit of their offensive line, but pound on that secondary because that is the weak link of that team 100%. Pound the secondary. I would hope they'd be able to trade down, but if you can't, at the end of the day, you should definitely reach for whichever cornerback you want. And then with your second round pick, maybe Travis Etienne falls there. Maybe Najee Harris falls there. That would be really lucky. Then if they don't, you can pick the safety of your choice. Maybe you're big on one of the O-linemen. This is an offensive lineman heavy draft. I wouldn't be opposed to that, and I don't think they would be either. Because let's face it, they hired a head coach who came from a rush first offense. They hired the I do not know his name. Actually, yes, I do. His name is Arthur Smith, the former Titans offensive coordinator. He is going from a rush-heavy offense with Derrick Henry, immediately pulling a 180 and going to a pass-heavy offense with Matt Ryan. So that's going to be weird to see, but they should definitely work on rush offense and pass defense. Those are the two avenues they should go down. They have 9 draft picks to do it, and hopefully they can trade down and get even more draft picks. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends and give it a thumbs up if you want to support the channel. And if you want to support the channel even more and see more of these videos that I make, hopefully daily, you can hit the subscribe button and you'll see the videos that I make. So, hope you enjoyed and have a great day.